Hi guys, just wanted to make a quick video. It's not my first video, but my first one somehow isn't on my channel anymore. I probably deleted it and forgot. And it was supposed to be an introduction, but you know what, I'm not even going to do an introduction, because in that introduction I told you a lot of things that were going to be on the channel that might not, so I don't want to tell you incorrect information. And then you subscribe to me thinking there's going to be certain stuff, and there's not that. So I'm just going to say whatever I want to do on this channel is what I'm going to do. Nothing specific, but what I know is going to be on this channel is my, I don't want to call it a TTC journey, but my journey to, as a young wife and future mother. Exactly when the mother part is gonna come, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, more about that later. But I'd just like to say welcome to my channel to anyone watching this video. And my name is Brittany, and I'm 20 years old right now. And this is me. This is what I look like at 4:30 a.m. with insomnia. Lately I haven't been able to sleep until daylight. There's an insect beside me flying. Anyway, I'll kill that later. Yes, it is 4:30 a.m. I have terrible insomnia lately. And I think maybe the insomnia would have been gone by now if it wasn't that I have been up all night for a long time and sleeping during, not a long time, it's been a few days. But I think now it's more that I'm not tired right now because I took a long nap earlier, yesterday during the day. So once I get my sleep schedule back on track, I should be okay. But anyway, me and my husband have been married for 3 weeks and a few days. And I was a virgin when I married him. And our philosophy, well, my philosophy that I told him and he agreed to, was that we trust in God with our family planning. As in, like I said, I was a virgin when I married him. And of course it was for religious reasons. But it was also that I wanted to keep myself sexually pure for me, I want to feel good about what I'm doing with my husband, and I want it to be only my husband, and if I will do everything in my power to make sure that I only have one sexual partner in my life, and that my sexual activity is pleasing in the sight of God. And I believe that using things to keep yourself from being pregnant with your husband is kind of against nature and against the way God ordained things. Not to say that somebody using birth control in their marriage is bad, like, that you do your family how you feel is best, and it probably is best for you. I'm not saying this is, for anybody else, I promise. I've taken birth control before too. It wasn't for birth control, it was because I have periods from hell. But yeah, so like I said, and even if we do try to prevent a pregnancy, maybe we're popping up with kids too quickly, then we would do natural family parenting, as in trying to avoid my fertile window as much as possible. And birth control doesn't agree with me, but even condoms and things of that nature, spermicides, things like that, I don't like. I never want to use things like that ever. And that's just how I feel religiously, excuse me. Like I said, it's 4:30 a.m. and what I think is right for me and what makes me feel good about what I'm doing. And my husband is okay with that. I'm 20, like I said. He will be 27 in a few days. And I feel that we're at a place where if we had a baby, we're married, he has a good job, I'm still in school, but hey, like, I'm married. I feel like if there's a child, if a child comes about, it was God's plan. And I don't want to do anything to say, God, I don't care what you have in store for me. I don't want it. Like, I'm gonna prevent it, by any means necessary. And also, I also have I don't know if my husband feels the same way, but I feel that when you trust God with your family parenting, He will never give you more children than you can handle. As in, I feel that if I just come together with my husband the way, just naturally, the way outlined in the Bible, only refraining from sexual activity in times of fasting, and not even just fasting from food, but specifically if we were to say, hey, we're going to fast from sex for a week and use the time we would be using for sex for prayer. That's what it says in the Bible, to only deprive each other of sex for that reason when you both agree to it for a set amount of time. And maybe I'll talk about that scripture later, or tell you what scripture that is, because I'm not sure off the top of my head. But yes, so you have to excuse my video quality and my camera presence, because I'm not good at this. I just started, and I've done a few videos for Facebook, but it was mostly kind of rants, but it wasn't just me complaining about life, complaining about other people's lives, or complaining about what other people are doing, or complaining about, it was to uplift people. But anyway, that's off topic. And I forget what I was talking about. Had something to do with sex. Oh yes, I feel that if you come together, as God says in the Bible, and you follow His word in your marriage, as far as the physical part of it goes, He will do the family parenting for you, and your family will be perfect. The children will come. The most expensive times of your life, you would have the most money, or maybe even not, but He will make a way. And I feel that when a person, like I said, I have no judgment at all to anyone, but I feel that when a person is getting pregnant every other year or every year, with boyfriends or just, sexual partners of any sort, and they end up with, turn around and they have 8 or 9 children for a whole bunch of different fathers or whatever, or even the same father, but just they're not married. I really think that is because they weren't, it was against God. The intercourse they were having was against God, which means these pregnancies were, not planned by God. They weren't, not to say that the children weren't meant to be. Of course they were, because if they weren't meant to be, they wouldn't be here. But to say that when people end up with just way too many children to handle, it's usually in an un-God ordained coupling, in a relationship, and people who are in a relationship that is not marriage. And that is because God does not have His hand in that. God does not have His hand in their family parenting and their family planning. So they're just, every time they're fertile, have a baby. Every time they have unprotected sex in their fertile window, bam, here's an unplanned baby. And I believe that is because God does not have his hand in it at that point in their family parenting. Not to say that he did not create those children and know them in the womb, just like children conceived in a marriage. I'm not saying any children are not meant to be, but yes, that's how I feel about that. And I do feel that God won't give me more than I can bear in any situation. And if he does give me more than I can bear, he's gonna take the extra and carry it on behind me as I go, or just pick it all up and carry me too, as he does very often. And if you hear some shuffling back there, I actually have animals. I have guinea pigs, and they are in their cage just cutting up. But I have no idea what to talk about anymore. I didn't write anything down. I just turned on the camera and started talking. And like I said, I apologize for my camera presence. I'm not very good at making videos yet. And I'm going to make a few more videos probably tonight, just telling you guys more and more about myself. I don't want these videos to be too long. Because of course, the attention span of America goes down and down and down and down every year, and including mine. It's not, it's the technology age. We're used to having everything fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video and probably start another one right after it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. And if you're still thinking about whether you're gonna subscribe or not, I can definitely say that this channel will have a lot to do with family and faith. I won't preach to you because I'm not a preacher, but I will be sharing my family with you guys, and I would like you guys to be a part of my family. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.